Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the Season 3, the long-awaited patch notes. I don't think I'll be able to edit this video. It'll be uploaded raw as is, so you guys can skip ahead to the parts pertaining to what you're interested in, whether that be character, etc., whatever. Also, I have the chat on the screen so they can give you guys added information if I skip over or miss anything. Fight Pass will introduce, so we get a new Fight Pass. That's what's expected. You get a Leo costume and a Brian Fury costume. I'm pretty sure once the servers go down and whatnot, people will data mine the game and they will see what outfits those are. For now, let's move on. You have rank settings. Ranked match changes will be made to reset and rank points decrease system to create fair competitive environment. Matching specifications will also be revisited to improve matchmaking speed. Okay. The starting rank for Season 3 will be determined based on the highest rank. Okay, so we know that already. If you guys really want, pause and read all of that. We know that. The point threshold required for promotion and demotion will be adjusted. Rank points gained or lost will be adjusted accordingly. Bonuses will now always be granted upon promotion. Promotion bonuses will apply up to ranks below. God of Destruction? What are these, bro? What are they doing? What are they doing, bro? Why? Why would they do that? Oh my God, bro. Get rid of the promotion bonus. Don't let it go all the way up to GOD. What are they doing? Rank point bonuses granted during win streaks will be adjusted. Win streak bonuses will apply up to rank below Bushin. What is this? Bonuses will apply up to rank below God of Destruction. What is this? What are they trying to say? What are they trying to say? Bonuses will now always be granted upon promotion. Isn't that what they removed in Season 1? They removed that in Season 1 and now they're bringing it back. All right. Bonuses will now apply up to rank below God of Destruction. So you will get a promotion bonus for every rank below God of Destruction no matter what. Okay, so they're inflating the ranks more. And then the rank point bonus granted during win streaks will be adjusted. Win streak bonuses will apply up to rank Bushin. So that stays the same. A revenge bonus will now be granted additional points when winning a rematch after losing. So they're doing that to try to discourage Demotion conditions will also be adjusted. Players will not be demoted unless they lose 2 consecutive matches, even if their ranks fall below the demotion threshold. These idiots. God, that's about to be crazy. The inflation, I'm going to be like GOD 5. In that case, rank points will remain at a minimal value. I'm tired of reading this already. I'm low-key tired. Losing again from that state will decrease rank points and trigger demotion. So instead of demoting immediately, you lose twice. These devs. The sub character rank adjustments, timing, target. Okay, we already know about that. Rank matchmaking changes. We already know about that. The previous system, highest among players, characters will be removed. When matchmaking God of Destruction 110 or highest rank, 1+ will be treated as the same rank. So, okay, so this is fixing the problem. GOD and GOD 1 will no longer be separated. All of those will be in the same queue, as it should have been. Default rank restriction setting changed. The default value of rank restrictions will be 2+. Okay. Rank point change details displayed. Who cares about that? Quick match, I'm not reading that. All matchmaking, not reading that. Practice mode players will be able to restart practice. Okay. Character customization, 10 additional slots to shared customization slot. So you have a total of 30. A swap option will be what? Avatar. Oh, avatar customization, don't care. Multiple customizations can now be saved to a slot. Save player customization settings can be okay. Leaderboard Season 3 online will be collected and made available for viewing. Player 3 data, who cares? A sound setting option will be added to practice menu online Ghosts. No one cares about that. Okay, playable characters. Based on the core gameplay philosophy, refined balance policy, no more back to basics, the following balance adjustments have been made. 1. Adjustments that respect each character's concept, strengths, and weaknesses while preventing excessive performance gaps between characters. So that means make every character the same level. The strengths, weaknesses, and distinct advantages of every character were reviewed. Adjustments were made with the goal of experiencing each. Okay, let's keep going. Reevaluating risk reward. Okay, I think we could skip this, right? Patch. Actually, let me do this because I don't want to lose that page. Okay. So we just read that. We could skip that. Wait, improvements to air combos. The issue where air combos became excessively long when a heat ganger was landed as a ground hit, then followed by a heat dash, was addressed. The previous system where the opponent airborne distance was reduced under these conditions was removed, and the behavior adjustments to the match that the standard air combos. Additionally, the damage scaling of combos under these conditions have changed from 60% to 80%. Aiming to strike a balance between combo length and reward. Fire. I want to see what that looks like in game though. Battle balance behavior on counter hit. They changed all the counter hits. When a counter hit causes the opponent behavior to change, the side counter hit behavior has been adjusted to match the front. So if you counter hit someone from the front and the side, it's the same. Power up state installs. Okay, so we already know this. Installs won't work after heat. Heat dash, remove the unique knockback scaling when applied on hit. Heat dash, previously only heat dash allowed for longer normal air combos, but moving forward the behavior will be similar to an air combo performed out of heat dash. Adjusted the ground hit damage scaling from 60 to 70%. That's good. That sounds like they're going after the problem. Rage arts changed so that the opponent attack hits during 1 to 7 frames will now count as a wait, huh? I don't even comprehend that one. What do they mean by that? Changed so that the opponent attacks hit during frames 1 through 7, it will now count as a counter hit. What does that even mean though? So if someone does a rage art, you hit them, it counts as a counter hit. Does that mean more damage? You still get blasted by the rage art, so they must mean that it's more. They must mean that you get more damage off the counter hit. That's the only thing, because probably that's probably it. Unless you can counter hit a rage art. What's it? I don't know what that means though. It sounds like more damage to me. That's because the rage art still blasts you and hits you. It's not like you're going to counter hit launch it. Or is that what they? Or is that what they mean? Do they mean that if you hit a rage art between 1 to 7 frames, that means you do counter hit launch them? Is that what they mean? You could counter hit launch a rage art? I gotta see it to believe it. To reduce situations where it would fail, this is sliding knockback. This is Jin specifically. Increased number of frames triggered by the wall splat. Okay. Heat engagers. Okay. And that wall splat. So, okay, we know about that. Buffer input of start of the round. Okay, so buffer start round. Heat burst. Fix an issue where certain situations follow up an air hit with a dash would cause the opponent to remain airborne, allowing for unattended air combos instead of entering a knockdown state as intended. Alleviated issue where the positional relationship. This sounds good. They had me upset at the start when they were talking about ranked and whatnot. What does it say? To improve controls, inputting up back, hold back now results in backward walk instead of back jump. Huh? Tornado. Fix an issue triggering tornadoes near the wall results in unattended behavior. I hate when they say that because what does it mean? Low tornado. Fix an issue where when hitting opponents with their back to the wall, follow-up attacks would sometimes fail to connect against Dragunov Victor Fakram. Okay. All right, let's look at individual characters. First one is... Oh, this is Alyssa? 2-3 new moves? 3 of them. Alyssa is the character who excels at offense utilizing destructive form. Okay, we focused on expanding her routes in destructive form. Isn't that chainsaws? Together with the addition of new moves, these adjustments are intended to make it easier to build offensive pressure centered around destructive form. This is the mid attack that can hit opponents when down, transition into destructive form. It has a low risk on block, and on hit provides frame advantage to make it easier to apply offense in from stances. That sounds garbage. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. 1-1 adjusted the startup frames from 20 to 35 to 18 to 33. Up forward 3+4 adjusted the collision to mitigate swapping positions. Why do they say balance? Why don't they give us the satisfaction of seeing down arrows? Why don't they put down arrows? Why did they just say balance? Oh, this is Armor King. Armor King. Armor King is a character who excels at mixing strike throws with neutral focus mid-range. Expanded his options primarily within air combos while adjusting the damage of existing moves. Yeah, his combos was lame. Added a new move to supplement close range options by taking advantage of crouching status property. It allows for easier adaptation to the opponent's action during close quarter engagements. Okay. New move, Shadow Force. That's down 3+4. So 3+4, 1. The damage of the second hit was reduced by 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Damage reduced. Change the behavior on counter hit. Increase both characters' recovery by 1 frame. 4, 1+2. They buffed the damage. These devs, why did they obscure what is a buff and what is a nerf? I swear, bro, they be really trying to make people angry. During Bad Jaguar 2-3, the forward movement of the hit has been increased. Extended reach. Extended the reach. Heat Smash fixed an issue where when hit near a wall, certain attacks from the opponent would become guaranteed. So 3-4-2. Adjusted collision detection to mitigate swamping positions on the opponent in certain situations. Down 4-2. The character now turns towards the opponent on counter hit. Forward 4-4. What is this? Adjusted the pushback and interaction when absorbing an opponent's attack to reduce situations where the opponents would unintentionally whiff. So they made it easier to whiff punish. Oh, the character Anna. Anna is a character who excels at mix-ups using mids and lows from crouching, as well as offense that takes advantage from the reach granted by her weapons. We have added new moves to stabilize post-air combo situations. We're also reviving certain moves whose performance overly strong, adjusting for balance risks. Add new high attacks that can be used during air combos. It was designed with a focus on wall carry performance, making it easier to reliably reach the wall even in situations where the distance management during combos were previously difficult. The move also integrates smoothly into existing combo routes. So these are her new moves, allowing for flexible choices depending on the situation. She has a new low attack with a crouching status, taking advantage of the range provided by her weapon. Oh my god. It has added as a move that can apply pressure from mid-range. A mid-range low. It provides a new option, mid-range engagement, serving as both a poke and starting point for offense. A mid-range low from crouch that is poke and is probably a stance mix-up. The behavior on the hit has been aligned to normal hits. What's this? Down forward 1, 2, 4. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on counter hit. The second hit matched the normal hit. They make this so vague. So vague. This is bad. 442. The behavior of the opponent is on hit has been changed. Like, what does that even say? What does that even mean? While crouching down 4-2, the opponent's recovery time blocking has been reduced by 2 frames. And the advantage of block has been changed from -10 to -12. That's good. And the hitbox has been reduced, so they shorten the range. While crouching down 4-2, adjusted the tracking and hit detection, making it easier for lateral movement. This isn't that much. This is it for Ana. This is it. That's not that many nerfs. That's not that much. These characters aren't getting it. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like these characters are getting destroyed. Asuka is a character who excels at mind games using reversal and status techniques, leveraging cancels to delay to keep out opponents guessing. We reduced her overly high air combo damage and direct mix-up strength, while making adjustments that allow her to better utilize her unique style of tactical exchanges that define Asuka's play. So big damage nerfs across the board. 27 and 24. Down, what is it? Oh, down 1+2. They reduced the damage from 20 to 17, and they reduced the opponent's recovery by 8 frames. Wow. That's big. While crouching, hold down forward 3. The attack has been changed from 26 to 29 damage. That's a buff. And the chip damage, changed the chip damage on block from 12 to 6. So it does more damage on hit and less on block. The distance between the player and opponent has been increased. My God, bro. The scaling on her, what is this? This is probably her tailspin from 50% to 40%. That's it for Asuka. Azuzana is a character who excels at applying pressure through tricky movement and combined with the stance transition, keeping opponents off balance as she attacks. In version 3.0, we expanded her offense in neutral while also making adjustments to her respond more effectively to opponents' lateral movement. So she has more homing now. She has more homing. Basically, a lot of stuff is going to start homing with her. The behavior on hit has been altered to allow Okuzeme. The behavior on opponent has been altered to allow for ground combos. Wow. The behavior of the opponent on counter has been altered to allow for ground. What's up with the ground combo? And then they buffed the damage. Daring heat back 1-1-2, hold forward, enhanced tracking on hit and on block, fixing an issue where transitioning and liberator would cause the character to turn away from the opponent. Yeah, this is buffs. More tracking, ground combos. To reduce instances where move would cause character to be back turned position on the ground. The move, yeah, tracking. It's tracking and whatnot. Brian Fury. Azina, I wouldn't be surprised if she walks out of this really strong. Brian Fury is a character who excels at restricting the opponent. And you know who will be to blame? Everyone who put her low tier on the tier list. Brian is a character who excels at restricting opponent's movement with strong pressure tools while aiming to counter hits by his responses to the opponent's retaliation. We adjusted his moves partially to those gained properties holding snake eyes to better risk reward, refine his tools overall in the neutral. Where's QCB? Quarter circle back 1. You guys see quarter circle back 1? I don't see it. Am I blind? You guys see quarter circle back 1? I don't see it. Is it not listed on here? I don't see it. That's pretty crazy. I mean, they're changing a lot of his properties. I see -2 to -7, -10 to -13. Stealth nerf? Maybe. Maybe it's a stealth. You do got to take into consideration stealth. I'm happy someone said it. Stealth nerfs. You do got to take into consideration stealth nerfs. Stealth nerfs. Maybe. Oh wait, Ton Heat Smash at the wall? Ton Heat Smash? Increase distance from the opponent on down from remove the special input buffer window during heat to easier multiple hits. I don't know. These patch notes look a little wonky. Claudio is a character who controls the neutral game with strong mids, range tools, while applying distinctive offense with throughout use of starburst. System-wide adjustments made it difficult to maintain starburst, so a new move has been added to allow him another way to gain starburst. Additionally, we have adjusted the feel and usability of the core moves to make him better showcase his unique characteristics. What is the unique characteristics of Claudio? So the new move is Orbit Slice. Forward 3+4 is another move where they change the frame advantage on block from -8 to -4. It now deals chip damage, and then they adjusted the tracking to make it more likely to hit opponents when stepping. Like, bro, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. The distance from opponents on hit has been reduced. Change the they gotta have a lot of stealth nerfs in here. Like, this is it for Claudio. This is it. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 changes, and 2 of them are buffs. There gotta be a lot of stealth nerfs. There gotta be a lot of stealth nerfs. Clive is a character who dominates mid to long range combat with far-reaching weapons attacks and a wide variety of techniques that draw upon his dominant power. His playstyle is defined by the use of whatever that is. Heat Smash. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 3 frames. Okay. 1, 2 is he gains more install on that. On his jab string, he gains more install. 2, 2, 2, 2. The opponent's recovery time on block has been reduced by 2 frames, so it's now -11. 2, 2, 2, 1 + 2 reduced by 4 frames, so it's -13 to -9. The startup of the attack has been changed from 27 to 28 to 27. They're doing a lot of little changes here with this guy. A lot of little damage changes all over the place. Who's next? Devil Jin, the so-called weakest character in the game. Devil Jin is a character who has high execution difficulty, yet he can easily apply mix-up using mid and low attacks stemming from Wind God Step. We made adjustments to improve the consistency of air combos and make it easier for players to create and capitalize off situations they aim for. What does that mean? We have strengthened the tracking when transitioning into Moaning Cry. What? They buffed the tracking on how many attacks? 8? Golly. Golly. Up 1 + 2, expanded the hitbox downwards. This is what you guys asked for, bro. You get what you asked for. All you guys who went around agreeing that Devil Jin is the worst character in the game, congrats. Now you're going to get homed a lot. You're going to get homed. That's what you get. I told you guys Devil Jin was super downplayed. I told you. I told you. Now look. They put tracking on like 8 of his attacks. Congrats. All the idiots who was like, Devil Jin sucks in this game. He has the best win rate, like top 10 in the game. Congrats. Reduce the hitbox when opponent is behind, reducing instances where the attacks would unintentionally hit opponents from behind. The opponent's behavior on side backs was corrected. Track the ability of the second hit. What? This is crazy. They're changing all of his. They're changing the way his moves interact with everything. All of these are behavior changes. All of these are behavior changes. All of those are behavior changes. For Dragunov is a character who excels at breaking down the opponents with straightforward mids and low attacks, applying pressure proactively. New moves were added and existing ones were revised with the goal of making it easier for him to initiate offense while preserving his core strengths. Easier this, offense that, you know, that's it. That's all you see here. 3+4, you can now use them. There better be a whole lot of stealth nerfs. There better be a whole lot of stealth nerfs. There better be stealth nerfs. Because this is just all buffs to tracking and everything. And they do some damage nerfs, like here, where they change the frames from 17 to 18 to 16 to 17. There's some damage nerfs, but I don't know, bro. And then all of this stuff is so vague. An issue was fixed where the follow-up inputs could not be buffered after the move hit. Like, what does that even mean? Eddie. Let's see if they hit 4-4-3. Eddie is a character who excels at initiating offense through a wide variety of low attacks and unorthodox movements from his stances, creating close range opportunities while evading the opponent's attacks with high evasive techniques. No 4-4-3 addressed. They're changing his install properties. During Heat 3+4, the opponent's recovery is blocking reduced on advantage. Yeah, this is also vague. It's also vague. Like, what is this? During sidestep 3, the behavior of the opponent on counter has been changed. You don't know if that's made better or worse. You don't know if that's made better or worse. And then it just says balance. Bakaram as a character is characterized by his ability to maintain and control the matchup through powerful offensive tools and strong pressure. The adjustments were made with the focus of balance fixes and stabilizing behaviors without significantly altering his core traits. It's what it seems like to me. It seems like they don't want you to know whether or not the game is being fixed or not. That's what it looks like. Like, they don't want you to know whether or not the game is being fixed. They didn't even list Brian Fury's QCB1. They didn't even say the move at all. They didn't say 4-4-3. They, like, what is that? And obviously the game could be fixed, but it's not listed here in the patch notes. They're not listing anything in the patch notes. It's vague. It's like, what is that? It's supposed to be a clear, like, direction. It won't tell you if it's a buff, if it's a nerf. It just says we changed the move on block. They'll tell you if the move has increased tracking. They'll tell you that. We increased the tracking. We made it easier to do offense. They'll say easier, they'll say tracking, and they'll say increase. But they won't say nothing else. Like, what is that, bro? If they could, they'll find a way to obscure the damage scaling. They'll in season 4, they'll say change the damage of this attack, and you will have to go in there and figure out whether or not it's a buff or nerf. I guarantee you, in season 4 they're gonna say that. In season 4, they're gonna say that. Change the what's it called so you can, like, bro. Increase recovery time. Told you, they'll say increase. They'll say the word increase. Heihachi is characterized by close range combat that applies constant pressure through strong mids and high options. Adjustments were made to address bugs that stabilize behaviors that were previously inconsistent while making it easier for him to maintain offensive games. What's the input of his install? Like, look at this. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things for Heihachi listed. there has to be a lot of stealth nerfs. The whole patch is basically going to be a stealth nerf. If this is it, you know what? You know when they said that we can fix it all in one update? I doubt that it's a stealth nerf. This is probably it. This is probably it. Hotron is characterized by maintaining pressure and controlling the pace of the match through his right flamingo, left flamingo stances, leveraging a wide variety of strings to continue his offense. Adjustments were made with a focus of expanding his options in air combos. Expanding air combos? What? While also revisiting several techniques that were previously offered exceptionally high performance. Okay, so that sounds like nerfs. So Hotron can still be a combo monster, even though he already was, but they'll limit some of his offense. Down 3+4 can now be performed with down back 3+4. Input change to back. Well, they changed the input. That's weird. During heat, adjusted the opponent's behavior. Also, no longer wall splats. Back 1. The opponent's recovery time block and increase has been increased by 1 frame. On block, it has been changed from 14 to 15. All right. This is not what I want to see. This is not what I want to see. Jack 8 is characterized by applying mid-range pressure and explosive power while engaging in mind games that incorporate gamma charge. Major adjustments were made to the fundamental balance of existing moves. Instead, changes were focused on situations where follow-up attacks would connect with with these fixes. Post-hit situations have been made more stable. Stable is just buffed. Jack 8's overall behavior has further been stabilized. Stabilized is just buffed. Look at all this. All this is buffs, right? This is all buffs. Change the frames from -11 to -9. Reduce the startup frame by 1. The distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. Distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. This sounds awful, bro. Look at how much they did for Jack. Meanwhile, Heihachi gets 5 changes. The guy with the most busted mechanic in all of Tekken history, 5 changes. I don't know. I am putting off some hope that there's stealth nerfs and that this weird ambiguous wording means nerfs. We'll see when the servers go back up. Jin is characterized as an all-rounder with a solid control and well-balanced set of offensive and defensive tools, elements including those related to heat that have become overly strong in situations where adjusted with multiple moves in both normal stance and special stance received improvements to the behavior of easy use. Easy to use? Easy to use on a Mishima? Buff the damage from 48 to 50 on that move. During heat, forward 1+2. Nerf the damage. Nerf the heat consumption. Does he even have a new move? Where's this new move at? He has 1 new move. Change the opponent's behavior on hit. Increase distance from opponent on down hit with first hit. Are these going to make it to where he can't do Oki off of this? Increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit of the first hit. Change the opponent's behavior on aerial hit. Maybe that's no longer a tailspin or what? The behavior of the opponent on counter has been changed. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I read 4 of those and I know nothing. I read all 4 of those and I know nothing. June is characterized by her ability to replenish recoverable health and by utilizing enhancements granted her by Kazama existence. Her available options were expanded through the additions of new moves, better leverage these character traits. Okay. It's just all ambiguous garbage. It's just all ambiguous. What is this? Her 3? Where's Can? What's the input of Can? Is this it? Is this Can? No, where's Can? Is Can listed on here? While crouching, 3+4, 4. Where's Can? Is it on here? I don't see anything that would look like back. 3+4. Startup reduced by the startup attack has been changed from 28 frames to 22. Down 3+4. Down 3+4. Change the damage from 20 to. They nerfed the second hit damage by. That's it? That's it? They nerfed the second hit damage by 15 frames? No frame block change? No frame block change, huh? That's it. Let's see Kazuya. Kazuya is characterized by close-range mind games built around Wind God Step as an offensive pressure that leverages moves enhanced during devil form. Adjustments were made to address bugs, inconsistent behaviors, while also improving usability of several moves. At least they didn't throw the E word in there. Added a new move, Devil Inferno. This is 1-1-2. Hold down. Does down transition into what's it called? Misstep? I'm assuming hold down would transition into something. And then so he could do what wait, 1-1-2? That's from devil form? Down back 2. The startup attack has been changed. What? They made it faster? The opponent's behavior on block was changed from a state from crouching to standing. And the frame advantage was changed from -9 to -4. Reduce recovery by 1 frame on hit. Twin pistons. Or not twin pistons, but what is this? Daring wall combo, extremely close range, reduce the forward movement in order to alleviate issues where the position. Okay. Down forward 2. The hitbox has been expanded downward, alleviating instances where it will whiff on characters. So that's probably ALP, right? And that's probably Yoshimitsu full crouch 4. Down forward 3-2. Adjusted opponent's behavior on hit. I don't even know what that means. I'm not reading that. Stature kick. Is that stature kick? Is that stature kick? Down back 3? Which one's stature kick? The hitbox expanded upwards, alleviating instances where it would miss. Devil form electric. An issue where heat timer would not recover when certain stage. Okay, that's just bugs. King. King is characterized by close and mid-range games centered around his wide variety of throws. Adjustments were made to temper aspects of his toolkit that had become overly reliant on regular strikes. Finally, this is the first good thing where it clearly states the problem of the character and is addressing it, while preserving his strengths as a character with numerous throws. Perfect. I love that. He should not be a striker. How is the grappler character one of the best strikers in the game? Make that make sense. Like, that's good. I don't even need to read anything. I don't even, like, I'll leave it on the screen for a little bit for the King mains who want to read and ooh and ah. But that description sounds exactly what, like, I want to hear. That sounds perfect. Kuma and Panda are characterized by mid-range playstyles that leverage. I'm not reading Kuma and Panda. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I ain't got time for that. Kuma and Panda mains. You just gonna have to wait. What happened? Did I close that tab? Kuma and Panda mains. Y'all just got to hold that. Lars is characterized by his ability to close distance using DE and SE transition. Sorry for the 2 people watching, breaking down the opponents through rapid close range engagements. His offensive options were streamlined, and adjustments were made to make it easier to suppress the opponent's lateral movement at close range. By making it easier to choose the appropriate move for the situation, Lars can now move rapidly to create offensive opportunities. Lars is buffed again. Lars is buffed again. Goodbye sidestepping. Lars mains, you win. I've been arguing with Lars mains all of season 2 about he don't need buffs this, he don't need buffs that. You guys won. You guys won. Dynamic entry 1+2. Adjusted the behavior on normal hit. Adjusted the behavior on block. Change frame advantage on block. The Lars mains win. Lars was pretty free. Tell that to his win rate. Lars is characterized by an offensive playstyle that leverages speed and rapid fire attacks. Law. His available options in neutral were streamlined. Why do they keep using the word streamlined? With adjustments focused primarily on offensive tools. While severally overly dominant option sequences were toned down. Perfect. Love that. A new move was added, and adjustments were made to broaden situations where certain techniques can be utilized effectively. What is this? 1+2. Distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. Perfect. Love that. Reduce the amount of heat timer recovery from 60 to 30. That's not good, right? Reduced it? That means you guys lose less heat from that. Reduce the amount of recovery time. The heat recovery time. These devs are morons. Lee is characterized by a playstyle that excels using keep out moves, punishes, and return gain from perfect inputs. His heat options were streamlined. There's that word again, with adjustments focused on offense centered around Hitman. Hitman in the slide. Slide Hitman. Wonderful combo Cardinals, his new move. While crouching, transition in Hitman. Look at this. Now transition into Hitman. Now transition into Hitman. You can use the move with during Hitman. So you transition into Hitman, and then whatever this move is here, you now use that in Hitman. Heat Smash. Reduce the distance from the opponent on block. Okay. Change the startup frames. Okay. Expanded the third hit downward. So hits grounded. Reduce the distance from the opponent on block. Oh, I read that already. No. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrence. Daring Hitman. Look at all the Daring Hitman. Wait, Daring Hitman 2 expanded the hitbox downward to make moves more likely to connect against downed opponents. So you slide into Hitman, and then you do Hitman 2, and then you hit downed opponents with it. That's basically what they did. You can now slide into Hitman from multiple different ways, and then you spam 2, and you hit them grounded. You hit them grounded. So basically, Hitman slide, Hitman 2. Good luck. Look at this. Look like. Yikes. All we can do is hope that there's a bunch of stealth nerfs. Leo is a technical character who consists of offense and defense flexibility through a wide variety of stances and moves. Adjustments were made to reinforce areas where damage return had been lacking overall. While making it easier, there's that word, Leo's individuality to shine, centering improvements around. What is her? I would love for the developers to tell us what the character uniqueness is. What are they shining a light on? This move now deals both of these moves now deal chip damage. Down forward 2-3. The distance from the opponent on counter has been reduced. Counter hit. While rising attacks. Expanded the input to make it easier. The behavior of the opponents has been changed on hit. Increase the distance of the first attack. We tried, bro. We tried to give feedback. We tried. Leroy is characterized by close range combat built around Hermit's stance and various reversal techniques. And his offensive options during Hermit's were streamlined, with adjustments made to help apply pressure more effectively in close range. Someone should have started taking shots every time you hear the word streamlined, easy, or like offense or something. Increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 changes. 7, 8 changes for Leroy. Adjusted the tracking to make it more likely to hit opponents when stepping to the left. Expanded the downward hitbox of the first hit. Modified the opponent's reaction on counter hit to the third follow-up. They buffed the damage on that move. Change so that, bro, there better be stealth nerfs. There better be stealth nerfs. There better be stealth nerfs. A lot of them. Lydia, bro, I forgot about this character. Lydia is characterized by a playstyle that builds heaven and earth level while developing offense, defense through integration with cat stands and whatever. Okay. New options were introduced for managing heaven and earth while making related air combos and chip damage were streamlined, making it situational decisions, making it even more important. The damage of the second hit has been decreased. Okay. Damage change. So damage decreases all around. All of these damages have been decreased. Damage reductions all over the place. Chip damage reductions. Change the damage to increase according... Okay. Heat Smash expanded the opponent's hitbox on the third hit, reducing instances where the fourth hit would whiff. Removed the property that eliminates opponent's recoverable gauge. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Both of those attacks no longer break your gray health. Both of those attacks no longer break your gray health. Okay. Lily. Would a affect Lily's back turn heat smash? Lily is characterized by a playstyle that transitions into back turn state from movement that makes strong use of lateral steps, allowing for her to create mind game situations. Her options branching into back turn follow-ups from key moves were expanded, while adjustments were made to improve her usability to techniques. Okay. Back turned. So that now goes into back turn. Now goes into back turn. Change the behavior of the opponent. Nerf the damage. This move now deals chip damage. Okay. Marizu is a character who excels in close distance using small stature and diverse stances, then creating offensive opportunities through mix-ups involving... Okay. Without significantly altering her core traits. Adjustments were focused on bugs and stabilizing. Okay. Bugs and fixes. Okay. Nina. Nina is characterized by strong post rapid fire attacks, allowing her to dominate close range combat, as well as evasive capabilities and technical maneuvers as betrayer and sidestep cancels. Adjustments were focused primarily on elements related to recoverable health and the aims of expanding her available neutral. So I don't know, bro. Like, what do you say about this? Now deals chip damage. What? Big yikes. Big yikes. Paul Phoenix. How many more we got? One. Oh, look like we're almost done. Wait, where did that go? Which tab was that? Was that this tab? This one? This one? This one? Tekken 8 characterized by powerful mid and low attacks and strong advancing techniques, allowing him to break down opponents with simple yet overwhelming force. Adjustments were made to emphasize power over speed, allowing players of all skill to experience satisfying sense of impact. Along with the addition of new moves, several existing techniques were reviewed and refined. I see they're taking chip damage off of sun moves and they're adding it on to others. The distance between the opponent on block has been increased. The distance between the player and the opponent on block has been increased. Wow. That's weird. The distance between the player and the opponent. They're increasing all of his. Why are they doing that? They want him to be like a frame advantage, like God. They want him to be like a heavy guard God. You guys know what a heavy guard is? You know that I've been talking about heavy guards this whole entire season. Raven is a character characterized by mix-ups that utilize mid and lows from crouching, as well as follow-up techniques from Soul Zone, allowing him to bewilder opponents while constructing his offense. His neutral options were streamlined and adjustments were made. Streamlined is basically stances. When they say streamlined, congrats, you got more stances. And adjustments were made to make it easier to develop offense incorporating Soul Zone. Look at this. Reduce the amount of heat time and recovery 60 to 30 on like 8 moves. What is this? Back facing opponents down 2. Change the opponent on counter hit. Okay. Reyna, forward 4-2 demon. Let me just see if they hit forward 4-2. Nope, nothing about forward 4-2. Reyna is characterized by rapid offense and defense built around her numerous stance techniques, such as, adjustments were made to expand her options after transitioning, making it easier to create new offensive routes while standardizing the frame data of Heaven's Wrath to improve consistency to support clear situation, no decision making. That sounds like it could be a good thing or a bad thing, because if they make it easier to they can make it easier for the opponent to understand what's happening, or easier for the attacker to understand what's happening. I would assume the way that it was worded defensively. Reduce tracking of forward 3+4 hold. Is that the guard break or no? 2-2-2. Change the advantage on block to -6. That means you can flash punish it. The window for parry and high mids have attacks when transitioning and have a wrath. Huh. Is this the last page? We got one more page after this. Shahid, I'm not reading Shahid. I dislike Shahid players, so you guys can hate me back. I'm not reading them. And I'm not even going to let you see it. Screw you. Play a better character. Should have been Miguel. Steve is a character who fights by switching between multiple stances such as ducking. Ducking left, ducking right, and Lionheart. Adjustments were made across his overall neutral game with the goal of making it easier to develop offense and defense to incorporate these stances. Over here, over here, over here. Down back 1+2. The behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Increase both character recovery time on block by 3 frames. 1+2. Weaken the tracking of the second hit only when the first hit whiffs. Reduce the instances where it would start tracking the opponent partway through. Enhance the hitbox of the second hit only when the first hit connects or is blocked. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. It's funny how no one in the chat is mad because no one plays Shahid. Lol. Nobody plays Shahid. Look, Shahid plays. I'll let you see. Look, Shahid players. You guys can see. Take a look, Shahid players. There you go, Shahid players. There you go. All right. Victor is a character. I don't want to talk about Victor. Excels at overwhelming opponents through his use of stances. Adjustments were made primarily to expand his offensive options, including those connected to these stances. Along with addition of new technique, the frame data several key moves was also reviewed and refined. Refined. Let's see what refined is, because there's a lot of frames here. Plus 13 to plus 14, refined. Plus 2 to plus 4, refined. Plus 3 to plus 4, refined. Minus 10 to minus 9, refined. Plus 1 to plus 4, refined. Minus 12 to minus 9, refined. Minus 11 to minus, refined. Plus 2 to plus 4, refined. Refined. Plus 3 to plus, refined. Plus 8 to plus 9, refined. Refined. Minus 2, now you're neutral. Refined. 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 Xiaoyu is a character who excels at deflecting opponents' attacks by switching between multiple stances and breaking through defenses through mix-ups and back-turn state hypnosis. Adjustments were focused on it improving usability, with the addition of new moves and revision of frame data carried out along these improvements. Okay, what is this? So now allows you to transition, crouching state, expanded hitbox downwards, Okay, so she can hit you more. Got it. Yoshimitsu is a character who excels at keeping opponents guessing through the use of numerous stances. Adjustments were focused primarily on fixing bugs, along with revision to the behaviors and performance of several moves. A new move is up forward 1 plus 2. Now possible in Kincha. As a result, it's now easier to aim for alternate developments against opponents who are expecting. Oh, so you guys are expecting me to do up forward 1-1, huh? How about up forward 1 plus 2? Get mixed. That is terrible, bro. That is terrible. Get mixed. Get mixed. That's awful. So you were predicting, huh? Adjustments were made since when using moves such as down 2-2-2-2. Finally, 3-2, 1 plus 2 and wall combos, resulting in Yoshimi sometimes switching places. We'll see. Increased new move, increased recovery time on block. Increased? Oh, it's minus 10. Oh, okay. It's minus 10 now. It's no longer minus 9. It's minus 10 now. Okay. It's minus 10. I gotta see what the new move looks like, but the old one is minus 10. During whatever now transition into Indian stance to Dragonfly. Whoa. You can now, my PS5 turned off. You can now transition into what? I knew they were going to do that though. I knew they were going to let them transition into more stuff. Adjusted the opponent. This is his heat smash. No longer wall splat. Fixed an issue where the transition Dragonfly move. Okay. 2-2. The behavior and counter hit aligned with normal hit. Oh, that's 1-1. 2-2. Expanded the hitbox of the second attack. Primarily stabilized behavior used. Back 2-2. Opponent's behavior hit on the side corrected. During side step 2. The hitbox expanded downwards. Yeah, that move didn't even work that like that. Forward 4. Is that his power crush? That's his power crush. Down forward 3. Adjusted the collision detection to mitigate certain attacks with whiff. Down 2-2-2. Wow. Enhanced tracking when the first hit. Oh, that's perfect, bro. You know how I've been yelling at Yoshimitsu for the past forever? That's fixed. That's what it's gonna do. Enhanced tracking of the second hit when the first hit connects on airborne opponent. Expanded the hitbox of the second hit, reducing. That's perfect. That's it. And that's really not even a buff. I mean, it is a buff because his combos are going to be more consistent. But the issue is that you would fall out of his combos. Tekken 8 update started, by the way. My game is updating. The hitbox around main body. They're doing a lot for Yoshimitsu. They're doing a whole lot for Yoshimitsu. Down back 3, increase the distance from the opponent on down hit. No more. That's probably going to be a big nerf to me. Down back 3 spam is cooked or what? Down 3, the hitbox to alleviate issues whiffing. Down back 2, 1+2. Fix an issue where you move. Oh my God. They did it, bro. They did it. They did it. Back 2 no longer goes into 1+2. They did it, bro. Oh my God. I can't celebrate too much because the devs did a whole lot of stupid stuff in this update. But with Yoshimitsu, they're listening. They're listening. Golly, bro. Forward 3, reduce the hitbox on opponents behind. The attack would unintentionally hit opponents behind you. Kencha 3, expand the hitbox. Kencha 4-2. Indian stance. Zafina. This is Zafina. A character who bewilders opponents through distinctive attacks using Azel power and combine multiple stances. Adjustments were primarily focused on bugs along with additions of new moves. Everyone in the chat, give a 1 out of 10 whether or not you think this update was good. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. I think if there's no stealth nerfs, if this is it, low-key kind of cooked. I think low-key kind of cooked. I think low-key kind of cooked. I hope there's stealth nerfs. There was a lot of buffs. They didn't even list certain moves like was Flash even listed? They didn't list a lot of stuff. No unblockable, no forward 1+2, right? No forward 1+2. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, that's it. YouTube, people watching this on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and bye-bye.